Hi everyone, welcome back, and I'm glad you are back. Remember to subscribe. If you have the opportunity, that'd be great to continue moving forward with us. So what I'd like to begin with is today's program or show. I'd like to talk about the few programs coming up. They're kind of condensed into one thing. And generally, for me, it's been discovery, and it's been self-discovery. It's my intentions to talk to you about how plants relate to each other from youth to maturity, and from a small container, a medium container, and how we place those containers on the earth, and it has such value to how they grow into each other. And really, it's the lifestyle of those plants living well to each other from year to year to year that we are creating. And good garden design is or isn't based on just putting plants together. Good garden design is how well they grow into each other and how they're cared for. So we know if a design has done well simply based on the care and love they're given, and if it's done in a way where the plants can grow into each other in a healthy way. So I'm going to start this program with two questions. How comfortable are you in nature? And I ask that not to have an answer like 2 and 2 is 4, but simply it's a question I keep asking myself over and over. How comfortable do I feel in nature when I'm taking walks, when I'm going to some of my favorite places, when I start sowing seeds early in the morning? And I've discovered that I always have to question that, because sometimes the conditions change that I'm not used to. How working in heavy rain, working on hot days, and my comfort level changes. But yet I'm always discovering myself in those situations, finding something new. And the other question is, where do you go in nature to be more yourself? And my simple answer is I go up to Bald Bluff and I sit there. Bald Bluff is one of the highest points in southeast Wisconsin, and it's covered by a beautiful shortgrass prairie or goat prairie. And the reason I ask these questions for myself is to keep finding out more about me and how, when I do design work now, how I can discover more ways of putting plants together, one to be healthy and one to have a certain aesthetics that becomes my own signature. And that's how you'll be creating the aesthetics for your own signature and your own goals and objectives. And my discoveries through time have been initially back early in the mid-70s was my first exposure to a remnant prairie. When I first discovered remnant prairie, I saw so much diversity, something I've never really seen before, and something that questioned, why isn't this everywhere? And what I also discovered in remnant prairie was color, texture, and color change happening moment to moment as the sun moved through the sky. And that was followed up by my background as being an outdoor education teacher. With the kids back in the 70s, we did simple things like simply lay on the ground. And by laying on the ground, we watched cloud patterns change, the gray, the combinations of gray and white. And that was another transformational moment for me to see patterns created in the quiet of nature. And the other one was refocusing as we laid on the ground on tree branches. When I laid there with the kids, we would adjust our eyes to focus on the close branches, the branches that were distant. And that showed me colors and textures and patterns. And another component of that was simply when I saw a glacial debris boulder, and I found the colors and the patterns of lichens and mosses, and that opened me up to the colors and patterns I could create putting plants together. And along with that was just a reflection of trees and clouds and water when I went fishing with my dad and Uncle Babe up in Granite Lake in northern Wisconsin. As soon as I threw the plug in the water would ripple, the lights would change, the reflection of the sun, the clouds would change, the patterns of trees would change. So it's moments like this for me in nature that kept moving me forward in how I felt about how I develop garden patterns and design, and just about how I feel and handle a lot of things in life in a very open and gentle way. And also the last one I'd share with you is my perception of tree bark. When I look closely at the different patterns of bark developing on trees, and I find again the lichens and mosses. It's just another way of seeing patterns in nature. So I just wanted to share a few of these with you because I really know all of you have witnessed this, and all of you have seen ways nature has inspired you to create the emotion and the way you are. But I thought I'd bring it up again so we can all look at it and understand, boy, where it's really been tremendous value just simply by being engaged in the outdoors. And as we continue to discover this more and more within ourselves, I'm 66 years old, and I can't wait to find out more things that I'm going to be looking forward to that add value to my relationship with nature and planting design. So I want to thank you for this opportunity to be with you today, and I'm looking forward to our next visit. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.